What is going on, guys? We are back here with some more Edge of Eternity Standard, and we are continuing, I guess, depending on when this goes up. I've had a recent obsession with Cosmogrand Zenith, and I've been trying to pair this and try basically every two-color combination under the sun. I tried Orzhov, I tried Azorius, I tried Boros, and now we have sort of moved. The natural progression is, well, let's try Celestia. And you might ask yourself, well, what's wrong with Celestia? Well, if you take a look at this mana base, it's not the most appealing. There are 13 basic lands, which that's not great, not great. We'll get to that in a second. But kind of the concept here is just, I think this card is one of the most powerful cards in the format. It's just, you need to be pairing this with an extremely low curve to take full advantage of the fact that whenever you cast your second spell, you can either make 2/1/1 tokens or put a counter on each creature you control. So this card, if you're pairing it with a bunch of 1-drops, you can be more aggressive by the turn you're double spelling with Zenith, put counters on all of your creatures, or you can make tokens. And what's nice about that is if you start making tokens, you can pair that with something like Lumen-Class Frigate, where the station 2 counters. It's a 2-mana artifact, and once you get to 2, you can give other creatures +1/+1. So when you're making tokens with Zenith, those tokens now have their 2/2s instead of 1/1s, which in turn gets you closer to getting to 12 counters for the frigate. Like, I was actually pleasantly surprised how often I was getting this to be a 3/5 lifelink, where in other decks that I've played it, I didn't feel that as much, because you're going so wide with something like Zenith. And again, the 1-drops here that I want to highlight. So the important thing, if you're playing Lumen-Class Frigate, the one thing that I want to highlight here is you want your 1-drops to have 2 power, because what you want to be able to do is go play a 1-drop, turn 2, play a frigate, immediately turn it on. So your 2 power 1-drop can turn on the frigate by itself on turn 2. That allows you to have more curves and do better things on turn 3. Whereas if you say like Elf in the frigate and you use the Elf to put 1 counter on the frigate, you then have to tap something else next turn that gets you less counters on it the following turn, so on and so forth. So the 2 power 1-drops that we're playing are Lightstall Inquisitor, Veteran Survivor, and Pawpatch Recruit. Inquisitor is pretty nice. Like, it taxes them a little bit. Sometimes if they have a tap land, it's not great because they can just exile the tap land, and then that land will just come into play tapped. Well, it was going to come into play tapped anyways. Veteran Survivor is pretty cool. So this one has the survival mechanic, which says at the beginning of your second main phase, if it's tapped, you can exile a card from a graveyard. And then once there's 3 cards exiled under it, it gets +3/+3 and has hexproof, but gives you a little bit of main deck graveyard hate against something like Cauldron, which is pretty important. And then Pawpatch Recruit, just an insane 1-drop. I don't think I need to say why this card is good. It's so flexible too. Like, if you need to, if you have an overabundance of 1-drops, you can play it on turn 1, and then it's a good 3-drop to curve into with Elf, right? Turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Offspring of Pawpatch. The other nice thing about playing Elf in this deck is it gets you to 4 mana on turn 3. And Zenith looks like a 3-drop because it has 2 and a white in the top right-hand corner, but you kind of have to treat it like a 4-drop a lot of the times, where you don't really want to just run this out there and not get value out of it, unless you have a second one, then you can play the first one. But if you turn 1 Elf, do something on turn 2, and then turn 3, you can go Zenith and another 1-drop, and that will trigger the Zenith immediately. Another cool thing that I wanted to show and try out in this deck was the combination of Ouroboroid and Dyadrine. So Dyadrine, very powerful card. It's X, green and a white for an 0/1 trample. It enters with a number of counters equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. So, just for clarification, if X is 0, you spend 2 mana and you get a 2/3 trample. It doesn't just count X, it counts the total amount of mana spent to cast it. Keep that in mind. And then whenever you attack, not just itself, you can remove a counter from 2 creatures to draw a card and make a 2/2 robot. So the idea is that Ouroboroid puts counters on all of your stuff, and then you have enough things to remove counters with Dyadrine. That's kind of the synergy there. Also, Cosmogrand Zenith can pump up Ouroboroid's power to let you go even wider that way. Ouroboroid, just beginning of combat, put X counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. So if you can pump up the Ouroboroid's power, like I said with Zenith, or maybe even with something like Innkeeper's Talent, you can then go even wider. So there's a lot of interesting and cool synergies with the +1/+1 counters here. Removal spells, 4 Seam Rip and 2 Get Lost. Seam Rip, just the most efficient one, and it answers Cauldron and Profs, which Get Lost doesn't kill Cauldron, so I like Seam Rip a little bit more. And then we get to the mana base. Because if you look at the spells in this deck, they all look pretty good. And a lot of these synergize with each other and they make a ton of sense. But then you realize that the mana is not great in Celestia. It is what it is. Like, this is probably as good as it's going to get. I don't want to play more prairies. I don't want to play lush porticos because I'm not trying to have tap lands in my 21-drop aggro deck. So this is what you have to do, and sometimes you just have to live with it. That's all it is. And then in the sideboard, we got some heritages. Surrak, very good against Dimir mid-range. Voice of Victory for control. Sheltered by Ghost and Split Up for the aggro decks, and then some graveyard hate as well. So basically, the way that I look at it is, if this deck was allowed to play 23 copies of Savannah, we could probably make green-white the best deck in the format. But sometimes you lose some games to your mana, and that's just the way it is without Temple Garden. So maybe we have to wait until we get Temple Garden, but I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised with the results in today's video. So without further ado, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Naya Dinos. Okay, if you're not playing a Naya deck with dinosaurs, I'm calling the cops. The username is Naya Dinos, and they're going to go turn 1 Spire Bluff Canal Marauding Mako. I will call the police. It's true, it's not a Spire Bluff Canal. Naya Dinos, huh? Fucking liar. You absolute liar. Get out of here, man. How could you ruin my immersion like this? Unbelievable. Sharks are kind of like dinosaurs. That's just not true. That is not a true statement. Dinosaurs don't live in the water. Explain plesiosauruses then. You're just making up words at that point. That you just made up that word. That's not a real word. Check this out. Okay. I guess I'll just do it again. The fuck else am I gonna do? These 4-drops look really good against my blue-red opponent who's just destroying me right now. They probably can't get Delirium. This is good. This is really good. This is really, really good. Do I have to block? I don't want to. I really, really don't want to block. Oh, wait, they fucked up? Wait, now I don't have to block. Wait, they horribly fucked up? Is this lethal? 2... I don't know how to do math, man. I'm just gonna hope it's lethal. but I think it is. Which one's which? So we have to resolve this one first, right? So 2 puts counters on the 1, and then the 3 puts counters on everything, right? This one first, then this one, I think. Yes. That's 23 damage. Okay, well, I should have lost that game. Does that count? Can we get an Oppo punt counter? Because if they had untapped this, I would have been forced to jump block, and I would have only been able to deal 15. So, you know. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain, but... This ain't a scene. You lost because you don't know about Plesiosauruses. At Grok, please explain Plesiosauruses. What are we cutting? I think we're cutting talents. Do you want Heritage against them? Yes or no? Yes or no on Heritage? Probably have to, right? I'm not, like, in love with it, but... yeah. I want to cut 2s, though. I want to cut a 2 and a 1. I'm gonna do something like this. Get a little weird with it. Yeah, it does hit a lot of stuff. And you can also respond to... like, you can even get their VV sometimes. Like, get their VV and cycle. This is probably okay. Fire Magic is not a real card, and it can't hurt me. Okay, Torch is fine. That I'm okay with. Ooh. Well, they thought about Torch. Okay. They surely don't have fire magic, right? Right? They surely don't have fire magic. Right? I mean, you would tell me if you had fire magic, right? You would tell me that, Naya? I feel like you would. Do we just fucking YOLO? Oh my god, dude. I'm noticing a problem with this deck. I'm gonna do Zenith this turn. They probably don't have a ton of ways to kill Zenith at instant speed. So if we Zenith, they probably have to spend mana on their turn to kill it. Trigger. I love how this thing triggers even when there's no graveyard. I mean, if they have fire magic now, I'm not as upset about it. Like if they just cast fire magic here, it's not the end of the world. Worst case is Bolt on Zenith, but if they let me untap with Zenith, then I can play around it, right? Okay, what if I took a weird line here? Check this out. Just let me cook, alright? I have a weird line that I'm gonna take. Because if they do nothing, there's a chance they end of turn animate Soulstone. And then if they do that, then I can put counters on shit. That's what I'm thinking. No. If they do nothing, I'm just gonna pass, but if they animate Soulstone, then we blow them out. See? See? Sometimes you just gotta think about the 5 headlines. Look at that. Yeah. Show me the fire magic. I guess Fire Magic there still would have been a blowout too, right? Like, it still kills the X2s. What's your blue sources? River Pyre Verge, Starting Town, Watery Grave. I guess the blue splash is actually kind of fine because you make a bunch of treasures, and the treasures can just cast the Riddlers, so maybe that's not even that bad. I mean, the Ouroboroid is nice with the Frigate. Arch Enemy's Charm. Eddy blockers. You got more tiny bizzles for me? Bro, how does anybody play creatures in this format? Like, I'm just saying, anybody. How do people play creatures in this format? It's hard out here. It's really, really hard out here. Look, my opponent's going to play a 2/4 Death Touch, and I'm going to concede the game. Oh, that's fine. Frigate? Never lucky. So 3, 6, 9. I can do them 11, right? I can only do them 11. I mean, I'm gonna do it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. They go to 2, and then their turn they go back up to 4. I think we can still do it, right? I think we can still do it. Yeah, land would help too, because land lets us go Seam Rip and Prairie, so that would be nice. Because they're going to make a demon this turn. Oh. Well, I mean, if they're going to do that, then... World's most psychotic attack just dropped. What was that attack, dude? My brother in Christ. I mean, I drew the land anyway, so I guess it didn't matter, but... What was that attack, dude? Jesus Christ. I don't know about that one, Chief. Okay, what's good against demons? I mean, they have a lot of kill spells, so I guess Surrak. Surrak. They didn't really show us a lot of targets for Seam Rip. Yeah, they got the Tiny Bizzle, and they have the Demon token. I don't think I want anything else. Let's do like 1 talent, 1 rip. Try that. Yeah, like if you're gonna play a black 1-drop and you're not playing 4 copies of Cecil, and you have any number of Tiny Bones in your deck, I don't know what to say. The sand fucks. Fucks. Well, I should say if they don't kill Elf. It's pretty bad if they kill Elf, but you know, they probably won't do that. No, they have to be extremely large bones before I'm even willing to have a conversation. Just to even like get in the door, you know? Otherwise, I'm not interested. All that shit we were talking about it. Okay, unfortunately, I think I have to kill the Tiny Bones. I really don't want to, but I don't want them casting my Elf. This is awkward, isn't it? This is all because I made fun of the size of his bone. Alright, your turn. exile my elf. Oh, I thought this was only opponents' graveyards. Oh. Usually when they word cards like this, it only works on opponent stuff, so I wasn't aware of that. No, you're right. That was the better line then for sure. They just have nothing? Okay, I mean, now they're just cooked. I will just exile my own elf. Shout out to the nice mana XTDs. I'm actually kind of shocked that this is not only opponent's graveyard. Because, like, so frequently when they have cards like this, that's how they're worded, you know? Brother, that ain't good enough. That is not even close to good enough. Not even remotely close to good enough. Okay. How bad is this turn going to be for them? Pretty bad, I would say. So let's go send these two. Remove counters from these two. Dude, this deck fucking rocks. We just destroyed them. All right, your turn. I mean, to be fair, they did miss 2 land drops, but, you know. And before they cast Damnation. That, my friend, is not good enough. That, my friend, is not going to be good enough. I think I'll be not using my my Dyadrine. I hope they exile cover up. They exiled the swamp. Okay, easy win. Easy win. Do. Just wait until you face Dimir. I would imagine this deck maybe doesn't have the best matchup into Dimir, but... I mean, I will say this, we have yet to have mana problems. I'm sure it's going to happen at some point, but mana has mostly been fine so far. Pawpatch kind of cooks Golgari. Think Arena gives me hand smoothing for not having shocklands? They should. If anybody deserves it, it's the Celestia players. Should play Inquisitor first, but... He's fine. He's fine. Schwamp. This looks more like Golgari Control than mid. You don't see a lot of virtues these days. You really don't see a lot of virtues. Okay, I'll order my spells correctly this time. Get their title. Quattro Quattro. They're playing 4/4s? What 4/4 do you think they have in their deck? Could be Elegy, maybe? $13 damage. Is there a 4-mana Wrath? There isn't, right? Chad, is there a 4-mana Wrath that exists? In black? Not in black, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, there's that one that counts permanents in your graveyard. There's that one. Yeah. This is a song called Volvo Driving Soccer Mom. Never heard of this song in my life before, but it's in the queue. Can you hold priority to your station activations? No, because it's sorcery only. Sorcery only. Which is the most unfortunate part about station. Like, would the mechanic be overpowered if you could just tap shit on their turn? I don't think so. Like, obviously it would be better, but like, it doesn't feel like it would be overpowered. I don't know. I guess you could do the Lumen in combat, which is kind of cool, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it makes the cards better, but I don't know if it makes them broken, you know? That's all I'm saying. I think 4 is too many voices. I have room for 3, but I don't have room for 4. I think station should just be your turn. Yeah, like your turn, but not sorcery only, so you can still do it in combat. Or like in response to a kill spell. I like that. Like that'd be cool, you know? That'd be nice. Remind me to cut 1 voice after this game. I think 3 is good. 4 seems like too many. Virtue of Persistence. Okay, they're like big Golgari. Moderately large Golgari. That's an Ugin jump scare if I've ever seen one. That is an Ugin jump scare? I repeat, Ugin jump scare? No respect for aggro decks anymore. just put fucking 4 mana Soul Ring in our deck, you know? Can we talk about that? Hedron Archive costs 4 mana. Soul Ring costs 1 mana. They are both artifacts that produce 2 mana. Like 3 times the cost. You know? 3 times the cost. Yeah, no, you can't sack the Soul Ring to draw 2 cards, which means it's worse, right? Like both, if you think about it this way, both cards add 2 mana to your mana pool, but one of them you can sacrifice to draw 2 cards. So clearly the one that you can sacrifice to draw cards is just obviously better, right? You want to hear some Stacy's mom? Do you think Stacy's mom has got it going on? All right, Ugin's on 9. Can I kill them? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12, right? I count 12. Count 14? How'd you count 14? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, you know what I just realized? Doing it this way kind of sucks. Well, I mean... Fuck. I thought I could send 2 things at Ugin to kill it, but no, I can't. Am I ignoring Ugin here? Oh, no, I can. I just go counter here. Yeah. No, this works. This works. This is good. I figured it out. I realized. I figured it out. Alright, your turn. Just don't have a ref. Please no ref. Do I know the format of September qualifier weekend? Have they not posted it yet? Also, why did I close Moxfield? MTG Arena schedule. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Event calendar, is that it? Whoa. Well, that's a problem. What the fuck? Why is there a Belgavoth? Hit the color button a few times. Okay, well, there's a wheel, right? There's a wheel. I know people who consume Yu-Gi-Oh content love the wheels. So if I just spin the wheel for a little bit, and then I just don't look at the sign, and wherever it lands, it lands. Lands there. Wait, that's the same color. I'll go again. There you go. It's on red. How do I defeat a Velgavoth? I mean, I'm just gonna cast more shit, right? Like, I can't beat a Wrath anyways, so I can't play around it. Counter here. Alright, I mean, they probably don't have a Wrath, right? Good chance they don't have a Wrath. I think we can, I'm pretty sure we can lethal them next turn through the Velgavoth. Oh, I did miss the Exile. Yeah, you're right. Could have got that Ugin. I can't imagine the game's gonna last 3 more turns, though. Highly doubt that matters. What if they reanimate their Ugin? Oh, then you can call it a punt. Yeah, that can't be a good sign for me. I mean, I'll take it. Brother, what the fuck is going on? What the actual fuck is going on? Alright, I mean, I guess I'll kill the turtle. We're still not dead. I theoretically could still win this game. Because the turtle dies this turn. Yeah. Turtle's dead. They get 10 treasures. I mean, what can they really do with 10 treasures, right? Probably not that much. They do go to 30, though. I probably can't deal them 30 next turn, right? 7, 10, 15, 15, 18, 23, 26, 27. I have 28 next turn. You did 30 last turn. Did I? Right, but they got to eat a creature, though. I dealt 30 because I had one extra, like, big attacker, right? But they got to eat one of those for free. So I lost 4 damage. Yeah, they can also cast the Pawpatch here. Basically, we're cooked, right? There's no way. There's, like, no way out of this. Because now they kill the frigate. Yeah, we just can't win. Alright, I game 3. Game 3. Oh my god, what is happening right now? Jesus fucking Christ. What is happening? What is happening? Yeah, I guess Split Up can kill the Valgavoth. The Valgavussi. Maybe not a voice matchup. Although, I don't know. Voice does kind of pressure them nicely. Maybe voice over talent? Try that. I guess Shelter to kill the Valgavoth is, like, maybe interesting. Really tempting me with this one. I'm gonna throw it back. Okay, this one's good. This one's good. This one's good. They must be on Zombify. Have we seen a single discard outlet? I don't think we have. So it's, I wouldn't even say they're like 100% on Zombify. Guess they might have like Bitter Triumph, maybe? This is a nice curve. We also haven't seen a sweeper out of them, but we can probably safely assume they have a sweeper, right? Wouldn't make a lot of sense to not play a sweeper. Nah, it's gotta be Voice Frigate. So... level here, hit for 2. I think that's the best. Okay. They're not dead. Definitely not dead. Fuck! No, we just chill. It's not lethal. It's a 2-turn angle. It's a 2-turn angle. It's a 2-turn angle. Just trust. Alright, your turn. And then if they wrath us and we draw land, then we can kind of just cook them. Go like Zenith Survivor. I mean, what's the point of dealing them 17? They, like, we put everything into play, animate the frigate, they go to 1, they wrath us, and then we die. Right? Like, we can't do that. Every single month to your favorite streamer, make sure you are utilizing those Amazon Primes. You don't want to let it go to waste. Because then you're just handing money to Jeff Bezos. You don't want to do that. The truth shall come out. Restless Anchorage. That can't be a good sign for us. Okay, what if they just never have Pinnacle Starcage? Yeah, it's a good start. They probably don't have Starcage, right? I mean, at this point, I can't really beat it, so it is what it is. I'm just gonna concede if they have it. This is when they exile the first one and then just play the second one from their hand. Alright, good try. Good try, good try, good try. We found the Nightmare matchup, by the way. We have to be 0% against blue-white. So this stuff coming in, Seam Rip out. Elf out. And honestly, probably a frigate. And you can't play that many 4-drops when you have Cosmogrand Zenith. Like, you got to keep the force to a minimum. Thing about your Hulk is nice mana. I mean, we're playing Celestia. We've already kind of established that we don't have good mana, you know what I mean? We're already past that point. Like, it's not like it gets any worse just because you had Gear Hulk. You're still playing Celestia. I mean, look, I didn't expect to beat blue-white with this deck anyways. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't expect to beat blue-white with any deck that I play. Man, fuck you. I'm not playing spells. Yeah, whatever, man. Do-do-do. I cast Day of Judgment and destroy all of your creatures. Okay, 10 counters on Frigate. Huge Frigate coming in. Large Frigate. Frigate! You should animate your Restless Anchorage this turn. No? Nothing? Oh. Sure. Sure. I really do love playing against blue-white. The best part about playing against blue-white is when they counter and kill every single spell that I play for in perpetuity for the entire game. That's why I love it so much. The fact that they trigger is just like even more annoying. Run it back, I guess. Your turn. It's all right. Next turn we can definitely cook them. Can we get a Back to Nature reprint? We have what's the split card? It's like 2 mana, exile a thing from a graveyard cantrip, and then 6 mana, blow up all artifacts and enchantments. Could play that. Yeah, cease and desist. Cease and then desist. 1, 2. I mean, really the only chance I have is just dump my hand, right? Like, dump my hand, hope they have nothing. Could try to make a big trampler, I guess. It is nice that they can't kill the Dyadrine with Elspeth. Like, that counts for something. Let's do this. We'll try and spread it out a little bit. It just feels so helpless at this point. Unless they have maybe 3 lands in hand. It's my only chance. Maybe rabbit attack last turn. Trade, bin the rabbit, get a 2/2, draw a card. That could have been okay. Yeah, that could have been alright. You play Raubon and Sword of Wealth and Power. What's the... Wait, what is the... That's the sword from Big Score, right? What's the text on that thing? I don't remember. I don't know if I've ever read that card in my life. Because I know the one from... The ones that were in March of Machines and Phyrexia, those rotated. The blue-black one and the red-green one. Pro instant sorceries. Whenever a creature deals damage, make a treasure. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. Sounds kind of shit. That was fun. that was really fun. Isn't that the whole point? Yeah, but that's the point that I'm making, is that, like, that's just not a fun gameplay experience. Who's enjoying that? Like, I'd almost rather play against blue-red. Yo, Grixis Gamer? Grixis Gamer spotted? Okay, they're cooking. They're cooking. They're chefing. Could be a Kefka deck, yeah. Could just be like VV Splash Kaido or something. Oh, what the... Oh, this is that deck Shahar was playing. Jeskai Black. Let's just take it slow. Let's take it a little slow. A little slow. Alright. This is just like fancy blue-white. It's like blue-white with somewhat playable mana. I have to imagine this is just about as 0% as blue-white is, though, right? I mean, that kind of helps. Question mark? Okay. A little draw action. A little draw, a little draw. What's the black spell? They're playing like blue. They're playing Jeskai Control, splashing for Inevitable Defeat. 4 mana, kill anything, Helix. Which is like, I understand it, right? Like the problem with blue-white control is you don't have a clean catch-all for literally everything. Like, Seam Rip is close, but it doesn't hit the 3 drops is the issue. And the defeat exiles Vivi, which can be pretty huge against the Cauldron decks. Oh, they are playing the feed. Dude, every time I go to click on Discord, I open Moto, because the Moto icon on my taskbar is literally right next to Discord. I should probably move that. Because I don't want to open Moto. Not yet, at least. Not until we hit the sub goal. Have some maps. It's on the house. I think I might play a Frigate this turn. A 10? I mean, this is winnable. It's definitely winnable. God, I just needed a land there so bad. Yeah, I think I just don't play a spell this turn. Do this. And then if I put them to 2, that means they can't shock next turn. So if they have a shock land and a Jeskai Revelation, they can't play it. So they would need a non-shock land. Hold! Any -2s? Any -2s? Okay, well that's bad. Now we're dead. I mean, I assume the Revelation just cooks us now. Return deal 4. Wait. Hold on. We get to save the one that they're dealing 4 to, right? Because, yeah, they both get more than 4 toughness. Okay, hold. Hold. So they go up to 6. We don't have lethal, do we? Fuck. Oh my god. Is there a way to lethal? 6, 7. That's 1 short. If I go Frigate Elf, that's 1 short. If I go Zenith Elf counter, that's also 1 short. Frigate Elf, it's still 1 short. What's 7 -2? Cosmo? Well, Cosmo's the same amount of damage, right? It's not more damage, is it? How is it more damage? It's the same thing, it's just +1. Correct. Chat, what is 7 -2? What do you think 7 -2 is? It's not 6, I'm going to tell you that much. 7 -2 is not 6. Oh, can I animate? Do I have enough to animate if I go 1/1s? That might be enough. Yeah, this might be enough. 5. No, I'm 1 short! Dude, I'm 1 short! Oh, I thought I had enough. Oh my god. I'm literally 1 short. Okay, it's fine. We put them to 2, and then the Frigate kills them next turn. This is fine, okay? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, I thought I had enough too. Yeah, so basically I was 1 short in every situation. 1 damage short from pumping, 1 creature short from animating, 1 mana short from animating the prairie, like basically in every situation, I'm always 1 short. Which is pretty crazy. that we're exactly one short in 3 different ways. You don't find that every day. Okay, Zenith not dead. Oh my fucking god, dude. Fuck, man. Just die! In-game, of course. In-game, in-game, in-game. Okay. Hidden Prairie lethal. That turn, they had a blocker. How was the Prairie lethal? If I animate Prairie, they just block with their 6/7. Oh. Well, I mean, now they're dead, but... now they're definitely dead. You think I wasn't gonna... you think I wasn't gonna animate by Prairie? Easy. What a roller coaster of emotions that game was. We beat Control. I repeat, we defeated Control. I just want to make sure you are aware. We defeated Control. I just want to let the record show. Tell everybody listening and watching the stream. We have defeated the Control deck. They said it couldn't be done. But it can be done. Do. Yeah, in game 1. You want Heritage against them? Heritage for Seam Rip. They may also have Stark Age. I feel like there's a high likelihood they have Stark Age now. It's an Elf-Elf matchup? Yeah, I've been cutting Elves against them. I was cutting Elf and Rip against them the last time. I think something like this is good. Try that. Just be like heavier on threats. Yeah, like the Gearhulk is good. I'm very, very scared about upping the mana curve when we're playing with Cosmogrand Zenith. But I do agree with you, Gearhulk is pretty nice. And the nice thing about Gearhulk with Zenith is that it does fetch, like you can go Gearhulk fetch 2 1-drops to then set up the Zenith the turn after. So maybe it's still worth it. I could buy that argument. I have to play a creature this turn so I can set up for Dyadrine next turn. So I should just be mana efficient. Because if I play Talent, I can't trigger Dyadrine next turn. But now that, theoretically, I maybe can. Doesn't Shepherd do something similar? Yeah, but Shepherd doesn't fetch Seam Rip. And Gearhulk being able to fetch up Seam Rip seems really important against the Cauldron decks. So like that is at least kind of interesting. But I feel like maybe if you're playing the Gearhulks, you just don't play Ouroboroid. And maybe that's fine, right? Like, maybe, is it possible that Gearhulk is just better than Ouroboroid? I could see that. We could try it. A 3-3 split? That's too many 4s. Ooh. Wait, how do I beat a Beza? Shit. How the hell do I beat a Beza? I mean, I have Get Lost, but I don't really have a good attack this turn. I mean, I kind of do, right? I could just let them trade for the... No, I can't. Because if I put a counter on Diadrine, then I can't trigger it. Attack with Robot. Oh, I can go counter on Robot. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. Yep, okay. There we go. I figured it out. Mod check lands. Can I get a land, please? Can I please have one land? Por favor. Por favor. I think Ouroboroid is better as the aggro option. Maybe Gearhulk and Sideboard versus Control in mid-range. Yeah, like, here's the thing, right? Is Gearhulk tutoring up Seamrip even fast enough against the blue-red decks? Probably not, right? There's a good chance that it's too slow. Brother, please, just give me a fucking land! God, just give me one land, please! Alright, this play is gonna look weird. Oh, man. Dude, I don't have any good plays this turn. You look weird? I'll take that as a compliment. I'm trying to like bait them into casting a spell before I play Pawpatch, but they didn't fall for the bait. Well, that's good. One here, one here. Okay. Attack. Really? Look, it's not the land that I want, but it is the land I deserve. Alright, so now we get Wrath, but, I mean, we get Wrath, we still have a shit ton of stuff left over, right? And if they Ultima us, we still have the 2 talents in place, so this may not be as bad as it looks. Like, it's not great. Haha! -2 maps. -2 maps. So, Zenith Inquisitor. Well, I'm going to save the Ouroboroid for next turn. Because, like, if I just play an Ouroboroid and make it big, they can just kill it, right? So this, like, requires them to have a second Wrath. Which is nice. They probably have a second Wrath, for what it's worth. But then if they Wrath us again, we can go... like, maybe draw land and go Surrak Dyadrine. How bad is Revelation for us this turn? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10? It's pretty bad. Bro, bounce my tap land? Fuck you. Fuck you. They have 6 in hand. You want to go Ouroboroid this turn? This might be a good turn to do it. Yeah, I think it's a good turn to do it while they're tapped out. I mean, they're just gonna Wrath again, but I think it's okay. I still have 7 cards in hand, man. It's just so hopeless. This is exactly how I feel every single time I play against Control. Like, I look at my hand and I look at my battlefield and I'm like feeling okay about it, and then I ask them how many cards they have in their hand, and then I just concede. Like, they just say 7, and I'm like, okay, we're done here. You know, I'm good. It's demoralizing. Any bumpers? Maybe it's 6 lands. I could beat 6 lands. Okay, well, they're probably going to find a Wrath at 8 cards. Good deck.